Hello and welcome to another game. We're going to Yukon. 3K 4v4 Team 1 OSP, Team 2 ANS. DXB 338 is, I think, the only person I recognize. I might have seen Corbeau around, but I can't remember exactly. Yukon's a pretty cool map. Also, I have a fellow spectator. Got a big rock dividing the middle point and a bunch of little cover. I really like this map. Makes for some very dynamic combat. Yeah, here we are. Waiting to drop down. Might have started the recording a little too early, but whatever. I like sitting and waiting at the deployment screen. I don't know, it's anticipatory. Exciting. Titillating. You can see where all the ships are going, who's planning to go where. This is just neat. Gonna be dropping down with the OSP here. Or, no, that's a ANS ship. That's a friggin' Reigns. Don't see that very often. Dropping down, that is. Oh, Reigns with hybrids. Hybrid 2s and hybrid 3s. So all these have. Okay. Potato Master in a battleship. With guns. We got an incompetent spectator who's trying to give people intel, which is not good. Point defense, good point defense. Sarissa's, gunship Reigns, and a scout. Gun Axford. Point defense. Sprinter. Beamstone. Another sprinter. More people just not comprehending the basic concept of teamwork in a team game. Yeah, rails, it takes forever to kill someone with it. That's because they're not intended to kill people. They're a support whip. Struggle with a Mark II spam. Build. Rail Ocello, presumably what that guy was talking about. Match drivers and mines. Match drivers and mines. Interesting combination. Only 10 mines. I'm not sure where these are gonna set up, but I'm sure I'm gonna be disappointed in them. T-30s and plasmas.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Out of DXB 338. Let's bring in the build. The guns on top and the T-30s and the plasma. Yeah. Something I've seen around quite a bit the past 2 days.
The enemy secured zone dagger.
Another rail. I think it's another one. Yep. Another rail solo. EWR. Guns and MLS. It's just not going to be that much follow-up on those rails. Fortunately, DXB is going to be the main damage of this team. Unless Turgle does really well with his missile management, which he just might. This is a little bit of a waste. Line firing to 6%, that's not too bad. Line firing to Echo. Gotta kill a sprinter with this. See you later, Glonk. And it's not even dead. Okay, that's definitely a waste.
The enemy secured zone boxer. 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 The
OSP coming over here to Charlie. ANS, pretty much the whole ANS fleet is on this rock.
The enemy is
Oh, it did die.
zone combat.
Nice. I guess he popped out of CIC. Look at him. Look at how many guys are over here. 2 Axfords, Sprinters, Reigns, and a Solomon, and just everything's here. If these can rotate around, oh man, there's gonna be some major fighting happening on this part of the map. Here it goes.
The enemy secured zone comet.
Stuck's just dead. We're on one of the official dedicated servers, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning. It's gonna get through. Yeah, this guy's bringing all defenders, and defenders are not enough for S2 spam. Very good against containers, but it's good against these. Some of them improperly aligned. Man, that's a immense quantity of damage into that Solomon right off the bat. That's not good, especially now that he's eating a ton of plasma. And the Death by a Thousand Cuts is going to unmask from this asteroid and lay into this incredibly weakened starboard flank. Solomon's burning on flank speed, keeping that out of view, but I imagine... Tell your stuff to fire, he's in range. There he goes. Whoa, getting some weird lag. It's not time dilation, it's like frame lag. Yeah, it's frame lag. That's exactly what it is. What is going on? I have not seen this in Nebulous before. Okay, it seems to have fixed itself. Not able to get a good angle on the Solomon, but is able to follow up on the Axford. Withering barrage of fire coming into it. More missiles fired into this Axford. A ton of damage coming into the ANS team. Some hybrids finally coming out of the reins, but not enough volume to do that much. I mean, they took out a tug, which is certainly something, but it's not enough. Not enough at all. More missiles going into the Solomon. There. Ooh. Aiming oopsies on those, but that's okay, because a whole lot of damage going into these sprinter, or these tugs. Definitely worse for wear, but they provided enough cover to this tug to get to Echo.
The enemy is securing Zone Eclipse.
Volley of missiles coming out. Oh, couple hits, whole bunch of hits into the Solomon. It's not prepared at all for the S2s. So much damage. DC teams scrambling to put out fires and to fix things, and this thing is just not having a good time at all. Yeah, break glass in emergency is right. The worst is happening. What are these hybrids going into these tugs? I don't think that's a very good use of them, I'm gonna be real. While these definitely can do stuff, the hybrids are very limited. Be much better off. Also some going down to Echo. Like this is a colossal waste. It's gonna kill this one tug that has capped Echo, and there's nothing to follow it up with a cap. Neat, you got one kill, but you spent, 3 times that in munitions. It's not very efficient, especially not when there are several very powerful bulkers back here, dishing out an absurd amount of firepower, like this. And look, it doesn't have any PD. You sneak those ones around the backside of this, and this is just dead. And he hasn't even sent a probing set back here. I feel like that's a colossal mistake. A few hits on that. But way, way more going into the Solomon. Just a couple, actually. Most of them went into the break glass in case of emergency, which is now toast. Whole bunch of mines on a point that's probably never going to get taken anyways. So that's fun. I'd be more impressed with these if they like pushed D and then laid a bunch of mines. That's where you want to do that. The aggressive positioning on the mines. Because if they're back there, I mean, it's nice to have that locked down, but it's so unlikely for anything to come over here and try to grab this. Oh, are those hybrids going after the bulkers? I don't think they are. This is something I talked about on Mouse discussion recently, is railguns controlling the enemy. These railguns are over here just completely suppressing this whole fleet. They're stuck behind this rock. They can't push out because the railguns are there. Yeah. That's exactly the targets you want to be putting those hybrids into. Going after the SLs is maybe a little ambitious. Gonna hit the tug, do some good damage. And these didn't pay enough of a PD tax. Yeah, look at this thing. A lot of damage being caused by those fires. Just instantly dead to a handful of those S2s. Nice little get down, Mr. President maneuver. I don't know if that was on purpose. Yeah, able to debuff this Axefair to the point where it's just not doing anything and it has to back down to behind cover or slowly burn to death. Fortunately for this player, I think it's going to do both. Oh my. I think that roasted some armor. Oh yeah. That's pretty cooked. I bet these are... No, these are fine. Our local Peanuts gallery being silly Billy. Yes, Solomon has repaired so much damage. That's unreal. And not a long time. Unfortunately, we don't have a timer, so we don't have a pseudo game clock. Because sometimes it's hard to get people to vote for time limits on dedicated servers. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. More rails going into the Saxford. They're absolutely bullying it. Another whole booty load of hybrids to kill a single tug, and they didn't even quite finish them off. Unfortunate. RPF will, though. How many munitions do these guys have left? And how much? They've killed, I mean, they've done a lot of damage, obviously, but they've just sort of killed a tug. Dealt some damage to some other tugs. Obviously, they did some damage to these, to this specifically, but... Oh man, a lot of damage to this. But nothing catastrophic. Meanwhile, this S2 player has been bullying the ANS team, waxing ships left and right. Alpha is a complete no man's land. The Beam Destroyer managed to get over the hump and is going to get some fire down on this Ocello, who really should be backed up a little more with the railguns. Paying for it, though. Probably battle shorted that. And now he's getting, oh boy, debuffed a little bit by the rails and then eaten alive by T-30 fire. It's going to down that. CIC's not going to go down, but the drives and the reactor certainly will. Yeah. This thing does not have enough restorers to get back in the fight in a meaningful way. But the ANS team is using this opportunity it's created to push as one. There you go. That's the teamwork you need. Weakened starboard from the plasma and from the missiles is going to be taking a ton of damage from those T-30s. Plasma ship pretty much done for. A T-30 vessel really ought to be, well, I guess this is probably the best choice because these are both Axfords and they've taken less plasma in than Solomon has. A couple more plasma shots coming out of the plasma ship. It's good to see. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, good. No. I'm gonna do a cool little flyby thing, but not if we have to listen to the squeal of the DC teams. Plasma going after this Axford as well. Not a bad idea. That plasma ship can soften everything up, then those S2s can wreck them. Absolutely wreck them. Let's get a T-30 ship, of course. Oh boy, where are these going? We've been just sitting up at Charlie for this whole match. Right into the Solomons, where they're going. Solomon is in big, big trouble. I have no idea what this guy's deal is. More hybrids killing another tug. I'm guessing that's the last of them. Yep. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Those rains could have done a great deal, but they didn't really do that much. Their damage numbers are going to be high, but the actual influence they've had on the battle is pretty low. Killed a few thugs and dealt a little damage to this plasma ship, who has been more or less in operation just fine after their missile barrage. So yes, two-player on the other hand.
The enemy is securing zone comment.
There's no one contesting. I can't believe it. Ooh. Thanks for getting railed. PC's team scrambling to deal with that, so the next volley is going to start setting fires that no one's going to be able to take care of. Oh, with as many empty compartments as this thing already has, that might not be the case. What is going on over here? I see.
The enemy secured zone
Bonk. That's what's going on over here. One kill. Are these going to see this? Oh, yeah. 2 kills with 1 volley. Always good. Innes has significantly more of a map presence, but in the meantime, our missile bulker has gone to Alpha and is capping. I mean, the loss of Charlie isn't going to matter that much. Especially since Echo is saved. This Rain's just retreating, hard retreating, after what happened down there. I think the OSP is going to be winning this one. Rail debuffs, keeping this suppressed. It's time for them to switch to this target, I think. Ouch. Rails aren't good. You can't use them anymore. They can't kill people. Yeah, but they can make a ship completely worthless on their own, so, you know, that's kind of okay, I guess. In any other multiplayer game, rails in their current state would be just removed. They'd be like, okay, these are way too powerful. The debuffs these give, too good. They gotta go. Because being able to just make it to where someone else cannot play the game it's too good. It's too good. It's way too good. But for some reason, everybody's convinced that they're awful because they don't do much direct damage. And I don't get it. I don't get the logic. I do get the logic. I just don't understand how someone can be that dumb. Small-minded. This T-30 ship is going down. Going down hard. Axford in full retreat, and I don't think it's gonna get very far. With all these crits and fires, I really need to switch to the one that's fighting. I think honestly the only thing that's limiting the rail power is the intel game, because it's hard to tell like what you're actually, how much of a difference you're really making, because you can't see, like, you can't see all the debuffs on this guy, right? It's something you gotta get a feel for, or have a spectator see. There you go. On after the pretty much dead Solomon, which is somehow resurrecting. What is DXP talking about? What else exploded? Ah. No, there was... Ah, there it is. Fortunately, I'm going to be roasting Stragala, who in a bulker really doesn't need to be losing armor. He's out of munitions, so he's pretty much out of the fight. Yeah, he's just chilling on A to keep control. Bro, you're out of rockets. Oh, okay. I see. It's kind of cooling down. OSP's won it, I'm pretty sure. In fact, extremely sure. Yeah, Potato Master truly eating the railguns over here. Oh man. Alright, especially not if they're gonna cap that. What is going on with this guy? Ah. I see. This thing dead? Oh, Skrull. Left. Okay, here's the part of the game where we sit and wait for
The enemy
the
securing
dead player to leave the game. Presumably this will be edited out. Okay, welcome to the After Action Report. Probably not going to be editing much since I was able to convince people to leave, which is nice. Nice I do that now. I don't know if it's because I've sort of gotten a little bit of name recognition or what, but it's nice to be able to ask people to leave, and it happens because I wasn't able to do that when I first started making these videos. DXB, pretty good damage out of the T30. Mr. Whiskey being a very important capper and debuffer. Oh my god. S2's doing a little bit of damage here. Wow. Kurbo getting heavily damaged pretty early, but still able to fight. Pretty nice. Yeah, here's the guy who kept dumping missiles into tugs. Tugs are great at getting value out of dying. That is a very good way to phrase that. Because all these tugs ate a bunch of missiles that otherwise could have gone into something actually useful. Master not really getting much done on the Solomon other than soaking fire. Yeah, that's kind of the name of the story. Thanks to DXB being absolutely dominating. Oh no, not DXB. Shurtugal being absolutely dominating. And this vessel. Man, that was incredible. Incredible demonstration of the power of missiles. Some decent railing as well. I think that probably would have gone over better if one of the players had 2 rail SLOs and the other player had more direct combat vessels instead of 1 rail SLO each, but it worked out. This guy was able to cap things and lay down mines. Yeah. Good game. Good game. See you into the video. I have a Discord for setting up viewer games. Links in the description. I'll see you in the battle space.